On the off chance that you come into this video after missing a few days and don't really know what's going on, strongly recommend you go back and watch the last couple of videos before I go any further. I'm going to give you like 3 seconds. You gone? Let's assume they've all gone. It just seems really weird, bearing in mind where we were 3 episodes ago, that today we play in the FA Cup semi-final and could win the league. Hello and welcome to part 8 of my Football Manager 17 beta save with Everton. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode, we are away against Brentford in the league and we're playing against Reading in the FA Cup semi-final, presumably at Wembley. I know the beta's officially over for you lot, but when I recorded this last night, it was still in the beta. If I get out of the way, there you go, beta message is still there. So I'm still calling it a beta save. We'll keep calling it a beta save because I don't have a fancy name for it. It's an Everton Let's Play. There you go, use proper YouTube terms. On the topic of this being a beta save, there's been a lot of call in the comments over the last few days for us to do one more season of Everton. Now, need to put this out there right now. If we do one more season of Everton, it's going to mean moving back the start of Non-League to Legend by a week. It's just not realistic for me to do 2 series at the same time. So as it stands at the moment, I'm expecting episode 1 of Non-League to Legend to be out on Sunday at 4 o'clock. If enough of you want another year of Everton, then it'll probably go back a week. I think that's what we'll probably do. So there's a poll on Twitter at the moment, or you can head onto my Facebook group. All the details for both of them are down in the description or in the bit that you see at the start of the episode. So just head over there and let me know what you think. It's going to need to be a fairly overwhelming do Everton to do another season of Everton though, because certainly as I'm recording this an hour or so after putting the poll up, it's a fairly solid vote for starting Non-League to Legend, as much as we're all enjoying this Everton save. And we might be about to stop enjoying it anyway. 2 bad results today, and it all goes a bit sour anyway. Since you were last with me, we have played rather a lot of games, and we're still in incredible form. We've not lost a game up until that last one since December. We did lose our last league game though, which was at home against Barnsley. We pretty much could have won the league that day, but I think distracted eyes looking at the fact that we've got an FA Cup semi-final and the chance to win the league. Last day of the season showdown against Leicester, who could well finish second. But leading up to that, we had some great results. 4-0, 4-0, 5-3, 3-0. Loads of goals. We thrashed Aston Villa 1-0. And we are just generally playing quite well. This was just such an anomaly, and I don't really get it. So with that in mind, I've rotated the team a little bit for today because that result was only on Saturday. We're playing Reading in the FA Cup semi-final on the upcoming Saturday, so I think rotating the team a little bit kills 2 birds with 1 stone. It just freshens things up a little bit and hopefully stops some of the big guys resting on their laurels and putting in another poor performance in the league. But on the off chance that that result was a result of fatigue, it's just going to rest a few tired legs as well. So this is the team that we're playing for the first of today's 2 matches against Brentford in the league. We've got Matthew Ryan in goal as usual. Don't see any reason to rotate the goalkeeper because the other one's rubbish and he's not tired anyway. A back 4 of Silvio, Williams, Rodrigo Chow and Omar, with Hughes, Woods and Marco in midfield, and Belhanda in behind Lukaku and Valencia. I was very close to bringing in Britt Assombalonga ahead of Lukaku, but Lukaku is trying to win the Golden Boot. I guess that's not what it's called in the Championship, but if we have a little look, at the moment he's 1 goal ahead of Jamie Vardy, and I owe it to him to keep playing him so that he can be the top scorer in the Championship. If he was 4 or 5 goals ahead of Vardy, then we'd rest him, but as it is, he's just ahead of Vardy on everything, just ahead of him on average rating, just ahead of him on man of the match. No Jamie Vardy there for assists, is there? Oh, but that's Barkley. Ignore me. Matthew Ryan's not doing bad for clean sheets either. But yeah, we want Lukaku to prove he's better than Vardy, which we all know he is anyway. We're all familiar with the real world. Obviously, Lukaku's better than Jamie Vardy, but we need to give him the opportunity to prove it. I don't care if Derby are playing today. Yes, Lukaku's fantastic. We've just been talking about that pre-match. Yes, there's surprises. We've got an FA Cup semi-final to play. And my play. God, that was a long touchline interview. And that is a very attacking formation from Brentford? Is that who we're playing? They're properly coming at us with an old-fashioned 4-3-3. None of this fancy Premier League 4-3-3, which is basically a 4-5-1, but they dress it up so the fans don't moan. This is a proper full-on 4-3-3, 3 strikers up against our back four. We could have our hands full back there today, but Lukaku doesn't care. Oh, you got your hands full. Don't worry, lads. The ball's not going to get back there because I'm just going to keep scoring goals over here. I'm probably going to be clapping above my head while I do it again because that's how I score my goals from now on. If he's not clapping in this replay, I, for one, am disappointed. Valencia tucks it in to Belhanda, who Lukaku almost drifted offside, but then doesn't. Does he clap? Clap your hands. There's the clap. The Lukaku clap, everybody. And there you go. We're 1-0 up. Oh, he loves clapping his hands. Right, Valencia, he was close to being in it. It was a lovely ball over the top from Belhanda. As it is right now, we did say in the intro to the episode we could win the league today. We are going to be relying on Derby messing up. There's 2 games to go after this one. It doesn't help if we don't win. Some bloke called Vibe has just equalised. I mean, the sentence I was about to say seems a little bit out of place now, but we'll do it anyway. If we win today and Derby lose their game, we'll be 7 points clear with 2 games to go. So we will win the league during the Derby game. I think QPR have to not win as well. None of it matters if we don't beat Brentford, though. So the only way we can win the league today is if we get back into this and actually win the match. So it might be that we have to wait until next episode to win the league. We are going to win the league, I've decided. Regardless of what happens in the FA Cup, we're going to sort ourselves out in the league. We're 5 points clear as of right. We're 4 points clear as of right now. We can't lose 2 games on the bounce leading into the semi-final of the Cup. All that talk about, it could be exciting, we could win the league today. If we lose and Derby win, we're only 1 point ahead of them with 2 games to go and in poor form because we'll have lost 2 games on the bounce. This isn't any way to go into a cup semi-final. We are obviously distracted, and getting into the final will only make us more distracted. Valencia's just scored a beauty, though. He's not distracted. Bearing in mind, he's never had a run as a first-choice player. That's his 17th goal of the season. Not bad for a backup. Although, to be fair, we did pay £15 million for him, and he was Everton's top scorer in the Premier League last year. So, he doesn't clap. He's doing the chicken. So we have the Lukaku clap and the Valencia chicken. I love this team. They are wonderful. I'm tempted to do another season, just for the celebrations. Valencia's in again. Do we get another chicken or is it going to be another clap? Or do we get to see someone else's celebration? Woods to Marco. Marco? I can't even say names anymore. Marco to Belhanda. Lukaku. There you go. Got it right that time. Silvio. Whip a cross in. I mean, that's just kicking it at their goalkeeper. That's not a cross. That was just rubbish. Right, let's have a look at the bench. I mean, we have got a lot of our normal, regular starters down here on the bench. Woods is not having a good game, so Cleverly can come on for him. Marco is not having a good game, so Ross Barkley can come. Actually, no, we might bring Hernandez on. Barkley's not as strong as a out-and-out centre midfielder. Plus, we can swap them over and get Will Hughes roaming about the joint. And Hernandez doing his box-to-box stuff. That central midfield 3 has been the one that has got us as far as we've got since we changed the tactic around about Christmas time. So hopefully we can get a bit more magic from the 3 of them. Although Brentford have got a corner, and did they hit the post or was it a good save? I mean, they're absolutely thrashing us. They've had 3 clear-cut chances. We've had none. Is that a 4th? We don't deserve to still be in this game, and they are bombarding us with corners at the moment. This is madness. Right, Belhanda, can we go and rob it's the mugging of the century if we go and rob a victory, but we are on the attack now finally, but the highlight ends. Gee. Right. I don't know whether to bring on Barkley for Hughes or bring on one of the backups. They're not backups. One of our other strikers. Hughes is not having a good game. We'll bring Barkley on for him. We've got to leave Lukaku on the pitch because of the Jamie Vardy rule. We need him. We need to give him the opportunity to score another goal because he needs to beat Vardy. And that was. It did the job, the header, but it gave the ball straight back to them, and that we're going to lose 2 games on the bounce. How does this happen? We've been so dominant for. Four solid months, and then this happens. It's not even a header. It's just hit him in the face. This isn't good. I was so excited in yesterday's episode, and now I'm all sad. 2 defeats in a row. Surely we're not messing this up, are we? Right, all this stuttering form nonsense needs to end right now. It's the FA Cup semi-final. We're at Wembley. Reading are in good form, but we're top of the league. They're another Championship team. It looks like it's probably going to be Southampton in the final, but 3 Championship teams and Southampton left in the FA Cup. I am never going to get a better opportunity in the whole of FM17 to win an unlikely FA Cup. There might become easier opportunities to win the Cup at some point, but this is winning the Cup from the Championship. I've never done it before, might never get the opportunity again. We need to not mess it up today. And this is the team that we're going to be playing to try and do exactly that. We've got Matthew Ryan in goal, a back 4 of Amavi, Van Beek, Rodrigo Chow and Omar, with Hernandez, Cleverley and Will Hughes in midfield, Barkley in behind Lukaku and De Jong. It is the team that has been so good for so long now and got us where we've got to. These are the 11. I just wouldn't change any of them. They've been brilliant. They need to be brilliant one more time and then another, 3 more times really, if we're going to achieve everything we want to achieve. But at least today we want an FA Cup final, because what an exciting way to end the beta an FA Cup final will be. Right, come on, we beat Arsenal 6-0. You know, we should be able to beat Reading, but it's a funny game. And I'm not talking about football, just Football Manager itself is a funny game at times. Will Hughes, too easily dispossessed in midfield, and we've got to want it more than they do, and I worry that we might even be going into this expecting an appearance in the final, because we should be considering ourselves the second biggest team left in the tournament. We should be expecting a final, but we can't mess it up, and for goodness sake, 3 minutes on the clock, and we're down to 10 men. I mean, there's just no accounting for it. I don't know what to do. I want to cry. I don't even know who to take off. I've just given you a long speech about how I wouldn't change any of them. They're all brilliant. And now I've got to change one of them, because one of them's been an absolute tool. I don't know, who do you take off? What? I just don't know what to do. Normally I would take off the attacking midfielder, but that's Ross Barkley. You don't take Ross Barkley off 3 minutes into the FA Cup semi-final. I feel like it needs to be De Jong or Hernandez. De Jong I'm really loath to take off because I don't like one up front. Hernandez makes sense because he's old. And Cleverley and Hughes have both been so crucial to this system working. I think it has to be De Jong. But I really, really don't like going to one up front like that. That just feels dirty. We're going to leave it a little bit lopsided like that as well and hope Barkley goes up to sort of fill that gap. But I don't like this at all. Right, Lukaku's in. Just score a goal. He's missed an absolute... it's almost an open goal there. Don't tell me we're going to mess it all up at this stage, because that just makes me so sad. I was so giddy yesterday. Right, Cleverley. Lukaku can't get onto the end of the header. Hughes, what can he... We just need some magic from somebody. Ross Barkley, justifying being kept on the pitch. It's his 12th goal of the season. Hughes and Barkley combine, and we are 1-0 up. I still don't feel comfortable. I still really don't like the fact we're playing a 4-3-1-1, but Barkley he's saying, look, don't worry, boss. This is the Championship and I'm Ross Barkley. I'll play up front and in midfield. Don't worry about it. Barkley again, 2-0. Okay, Ross, I won't worry about it. I trust you. It feels like you know what you're doing. Lukaku, he's up front on his own and just decided to go out on the wing. Hughes is playing on the right, so drifted across to the left, and Barkley's playing in midfield, so went up front. Total football, once again, from Everton Football Club. We only need 10 men, etc., etc. Right, there you go then. Let's just hopefully keep doing what we're doing. The system seems to work just as well without De Jong in it. That must be a confidence booster for him. Amavi in behind. Oh, I mean, that was a cross that would have landed right on De Jong's head. That's where we wanted him. Because, I mean, it was a beauty of a cross. But we just didn't have that poacher in there on the shoulder of the last man. And that's exactly where the ball went. So there you go, Luke. We have missed you a little bit. Hernandez doesn't really find it. And Barkley's playing like a man possessed. He wants an FA Cup final. I mean, that might end up being his last game for Everton. If I was him, I'd still be looking to leave in the summer. He's done far more than you would expect from a current England international. He's stayed for a full year in the Championship. He's ready for Champions League football. He needs to be cementing his place in the England squad. So what better way for him to finish his Everton career than winning the FA Cup and getting us back into the Premier League? You can't really hold that against him, can you? I'm just trying to ignore the fact that Reading are back in the game while I'm talking about Ross Barkley's glorious FA Cup winning departure. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Right, we need to. I mean, I don't know what to do about the system. I still don't like the system that we're playing. I mean, Lukaku's having a terrible game. I mean, he's not going to stay on the pitch much longer anyway, but is that just mad, taking him off and expecting one of the others to be able to be a lone striker for us? Amavi does find Lukaku. Hughes, what a goal from Will Hughes! I mean, that might be enough now. That is an absolute beauty. He scored a great goal. Was it yesterday or the day before? And he has just done it again at Wembley and said, look, boss, don't forget you've got another current England international midfielder who has hung around in the Championship as well. You're giving Barkley all the plaudits. Look what I can do. Who's this Lukaku bloke you keep talking about? We don't need a striker. Just bring on another midfielder. Let's bring on it. Am I that? No, it's the FA Cup semi-final. I'm thinking, take Lukaku off, bring on Belhanda, just stick him next to Barkley, and have the two of them just running about the place. I mean, that feels like it makes more sense to me than bringing Valencia on for Lukaku. Is that spectacularly stupid? We're going to do it. We're doing it, everybody. It's happening. There you go. We are actually doing it. We're going to do that, and then do we just make him a Trequartista as well? Why not? There you go. Boom. They both play well in that position. That might be the stupidest thing I've ever done, or it might be awesome. And Reading are in behind, and I'd feel much less confident about having done it. Now they've done that. They've got some goal scorers in their team. Goodness me. The guy who got the first goal, it was his 22nd. That's this fella's 25th. We need to be a little bit more worried about what's going on at the back rather than fancying about trying to be clever with the other end of the pitch. And I feel ill now. I feel like I've done something so very stupid with that substitution. And I want to undo it and delete that bit of video and let's pretend it never happened. Please score somebody just to put my mind at rest. Hernandez tries to find Belhanda, but it doesn't make it through. Van Beek out to Amavi. Someone needs to do something so that I don't end up looking like an idiot. Barkley, please. Oh, no. See, I now feel like I need to fix it because otherwise I look so stupid. Hernandez is coming off and Valencia's coming on. And I need to... I feel I'm shaking. I feel like I'm going to just look like an idiot. If it all goes wrong from here... Remember, we didn't go behind while we were doing the stupid thing. So, I feel it's important that we all remember that. If we don't win this game now, it happened when we had a striker on the pitch. That was only 10 minutes of silliness. What am I doing? We were in such a strong position, despite being down to 10 men, and I have asked for this to happen. What? Why? What? You were showing off. That's all it was. Showing off. Look at us. We don't need a striker. We're doing so. We were 2 goals up. And I, myself, have thrown it away. We don't have Lukaku on the pitch. Valencia he tried to do something a bit special. We need a last minute spectacular because I can't handle extra time or penalties with this. This is horrific. Right, Valencia. Oh, thank good. I'm not even excited. I'm so relieved that has just happened. Belhanda into Valencia, and it is an absolute... I mean, we've had 4 beautiful goals today. Despite my best efforts, I think the sheer quality of the players we've got at our disposal should just be enough to give us a not really deserved spot in the FA Cup final now. Belhanda had a chance to be in again there, doesn't quite make it through. Barkley does find Belhanda again. Omar whips the cross in, and again, that's not a cross, that's kicking it at the goalkeeper. We had this in the first half. Tom Cleverley, another important interception. What a ball-winning midfielder Tom Cleverley is. And oh my goodness, I thought Reading were going to score again. And at 4-4, I genuinely think I would have a stroke on camera. And Tyler Browning, was he one of the players who was in the clear out earlier in the year? I feel like he's an Everton player in real life. Oh, goodness me. We're in the FA Cup final. Never, ever let me do anything stupid like that again. God. Oh, what's my heart rate doing after that? That must be broken. That's saying only 76 beats a minute. I feel like my eyes are going to bulge out their sockets. Stay calm. Right, where are we? This is coming out on Friday. We're having some overlap with Non-League to Legend now, folks, because tomorrow's episode will be the last 2 games of the Championship season, where hopefully we'll secure the Championship title. And then on Sunday, we'll have the FA Cup final. I will suit up. We will have the FA Cup final, and then probably do Non-League to Legend starting on Monday, I think. That seems to make sense. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.